Hello and welcome to this episode of the Mince, where we talk about all things motivation, movement, inspiration, nutrition, community, and encouragement. I'm your host, Gemma Rain Fountain, exercise physiologist and health coach, mom of 3, and just overall trying to really help you guys out and build a great community here full of positivity, kindness, and support as we all travel on this journey that we call life, trying to level up with our health goals. Today we are talking about a topic I covered in one of my blog posts, and that blog post is called The First Step in Any Goal Should Be Self-Love, 5 First Steps to Help You Love Yourself More. Well, let's just start off by me telling you that I love you. I love you, I really do. I freaking love you. I freaking love you. And I see a light inside of you that deserves to shine as brightly as the sun. And I want you to love you too. I want you to love yourself so fiercely that nothing and no one can ever convince you that you are anything less than glorious. This sounds great, but as you may know, it's not that easy sometimes. I know because I didn't love me for a very long time. In fact, I flat out hated most things about myself, and I couldn't imagine anyone else liking me, let alone loving me. And this, my friend, affected a lot of things in my life, as I'm sure you can imagine. I pushed so many great people away and let in toxic people, thinking that that was what I deserved. I isolated myself from so many events that could have been wonderful memories of joy, and I made decisions that were not healthy and I didn't make myself a priority in any situation. Does this sound familiar to you? I've been working with women in the health and wellness space for almost 25 years, and many of them also struggled with self-love. The thing is, though, that this negativity we have towards ourselves, it's contagious. We've been a bunch of women walking around hating on ourselves and spreading it everywhere. Ew, right? Doesn't that sound horrible? So if this resonates with you and you're ready to evolve out of self-loathing and into self-love, then let's dive right in. If you don't quite love yourself right now, that's okay. That's why I'm here, and that's why we're talking about this, right? It is time to cure yourself of this self-loathing and catch the self-love bug and spread that shit everywhere like a plague. This evolution won't happen overnight, and that's okay. All the best stuff takes time. We're going to talk about 5 first steps on this journey today, and I'm going to invite you to stay connected with me on the podcast, on the website, on the blog, on the YouTube channel, through social media. I also have an email list. Let's stay connected so we can keep leveling up together. You can keep leveling up with me and get on that train to I Love Me Town. In the meantime, I'm here to tell you that I'm going to love you enough for the both of us. Just for now. And we're going to do some serious work in the coming months, girlfriend. And I mean real, soul-searching, life-changing, thought-shifting work. And one day, really soon, you will love yourself so much that you won't need me to love you for the both of us. You'll love yourself enough all by yourself. Sound good to you? All right, let's get to work. I think back to the times when I didn't love myself and the choices I made, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I'm not down on myself because I understand where it came from. But when I learned to start loving myself, and I went to counseling, I went to therapy, I did a lot of self-help reading, when I started to learn to love myself, and how I noticed and I learned how amazing that feels, how empowering it is, how it helped fuel all my decisions in my life, and that those decisions were amazing decisions that catapulted me towards my goals and dreams. I made a decision then that I wanted to help other women learn to love themselves too, so that you could get to this amazing feeling of self-love a lot faster than it took me. And that's kind of been like a theme of my entire health and wellness career is, it took me a long time to figure a lot of things out. And it's not wasted time. I won't say I wasted time, but I lost time. Now, again, you can argue that the journey and, it happened when it was supposed to happen and all of those great things. And yes, that is true. However, if I can help your path be shorter, if I can help you get to this self-love, these amazing feelings of confidence and self-esteem faster than I did, so that you can make amazing decisions fueled by your self-confidence that catapult you to your dreams faster than it took me, then hey, guess what? I want to be in on that. I want to help you with that. And so that's where this topic came from. I started thinking about, how down I was on myself, and that just the mental shift of learning to love myself, how it changed every single area of my life, from the way I cared for myself, the way I reached my goals, the way I dreamed, the way I dared to speak up, the way I dared to say I deserve better, the people I surrounded myself with, everything leveled up. When I realized I didn't become worthy, I didn't become lovable. I always had been, but when I realized how lovable lovable I was and how lovable I am, and I loved me so much that I didn't need anyone else's love or approval. I loved me so much, and that was enough. And that feeling was so freeing and so liberating. And those feelings and those thoughts fueled the topic for this episode. So I came up with 5 first steps to contagious self-love. Now, self-love doesn't happen at the drop of a hat. You can't snap your fingers and love yourself. Okay, it took work. It took me a lot of work to get to the point where I'm like, dang, I'm awesome. I'm great. You want me to tell you how great I am? Pull up a chair, because we're going to be here for a while. I wasn't always there. Okay? In fact, I remember one point I was in therapy, and my therapist asked me, she goes, I want you to write down a list of all the reasons any of your friends would want to hang out with you. You guys, after an entire week of trying to come up with that list, I scribbled one thing on the list on the way to my next week's session, just so I had something on the paper. I literally could not think of reasons why anybody wanted to be around me. That's how down on myself I was. It was a really eye-opening moment, because in therapy that day, I remember my therapist, she said, you can't think of any reasons why anybody wants to hang out with you? And as I answered, yes, that's true, I kind of had an out-of-body experience where I was like, man, this chick, she cannot think of one reason why anybody wants to be around her. And that chick's me. And I was like, that sucks. This poor girl, this poor young lady. And it's me. I kind of stepped away from it being that I was going through it. I looked at it through the lens of it as if I was talking to someone who was in my Zumba classes. If I was talking to a young woman who I was personal training, if I was talking to a health coaching client, what would I see? And if someone said that they didn't love themselves enough to even know why anybody wants to hang out with them, my heart would bleed for that person, and I would want them to realize how great they are. And that's the kind of process I went through, because I kind of left my body and looked at myself like I was my own client. And oh boy, it was heavy, but powerful and impactful, because that day is the day that started this journey to contagious self-love, and this place I find myself in today that kind of started the fueling of this entire topic. So I really wanted to share this with you guys, because I don't want you guys to struggle on self-love or wallow in self-loathing any longer than you have to. So as I said, this won't happen overnight, and this is okay. To go from a place of self-loathing to a place of contagious self-love is a journey, and the journey is beautiful. The journey is part of this process. It's not the destination, it's the journey that is so, so magical. So I'm going to invite you to acknowledge the fact that you cannot just snap your fingers and go from self-loathing to self-love, and that is normal. I want to invite you to enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. Okay, be present in the moments, and every realization, every aha moment, every epiphany that you have in this journey, enjoy it. Sit and hang out with it for a minute. Cuddle up with it on a couch with a hot cup of tea and say, hey, what's going on with you? As these things come up, okay? And it is normal to have an ebb and flow. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 10 steps forward, 2 steps back. This is the normal ebb and flow of life. And when you have a goal and you're working on something, sometimes it's very linear. And you just get after it and get it done. Other times it's kind of weaving. It's in and out, it's up and down. Sometimes we have to redirect our focus to another goal because that needs to be done by a certain time. So we kind of have to take our energy away from another goal. That's okay. So just invite the process, invite the journey. So knowing that and knowing that this won't happen overnight, I wanted to give the 5 first steps. So I came up with what I think are the best first steps that you can go through to begin your journey to self-love. And again, this isn't just these 5 steps and all of a sudden you're in love with yourself. Like I said, it's a journey, but I think these are really strong first 5 steps. And I'd like to share them with you right now. So the first 5 steps to contagious self-love. Number 1 is fake it till you make it. So some people hate that terminology. They don't like the fake it till you make it. A lot of people are against that terminology right now, but I'm going to just throw it out there today, and here's why. Sometimes we do have to fake it till we make it, especially when it comes to self-esteem and self-confidence. You might not necessarily believe the words you're going to say yet, but you're going to say them anyway, and you're going to keep saying them until the day comes where you actually do believe them. So here's what I want you to do for step 1. Every morning after you wake up and every night before you go to bed, I want you to go to a mirror. Go and be in privacy, go in the bathroom by yourself, and I want you to look yourself in the reflection and look yourself directly in the eyes. It has to be the eyes. Don't stare at your forehead or your nose or your chin. Look straight into your own eyes in that reflection. And I want you to say, I love you. You might feel a bit silly at first. It's okay. You're going to do it anyway. And if you don't believe those words yet, it's okay. Do it anyway. Do this every morning and every night until you mean it. And I mean truly, thoroughly, and deeply mean it. It doesn't matter how long this takes. This might take a week. This might take 10 years. But every day I want you to look yourself right in the eye in that reflection and tell yourself, I love you. Now I want you to do this alone and in privacy, but if you have kids, this is a great activity to do with them. So after you've done your own practice, it's okay to grab the kids and say, hey kids, let's do I love you mornings. And look in the mirror and have them look themselves directly in the eye and tell themselves, I love you. Because we can break a cycle, right? If we've been trash talking on ourselves and having low self-esteem and low confidence and low self-worth, kids pick up on everything, right? So as we're going through this, bring your kids along. Let them level up with you and break the cycle, okay? Make sure you get your own quiet time though. Make sure you do that first, but then you can do another one with the kids. Number 2 in my first 5 steps to contagious self-love is positive self-talk. The way you talk to yourself and about yourself inside your head and out loud has a massive impact on the way you feel about yourself and how other people around you feel. So it's time to stop talking schmack about yourself and start saying great things about you to you. So when you make a mistake, do you say, oh, you're such an idiot? Or if you can't remember something, do you think, come on, dummy, get it together? When you look in the mirror, do you think, oh, you're so fat? It's really a bad habit. And it's a bad habit that so many women struggle with. It's time to reprogram this bad habit and turn it into a good habit that can catapult you to self-love faster than anything else. And that good habit is positive self-talk. So if you make a mistake, ignore it. We all make mistakes. We all forget things. Yesterday, I was driving the kids to school and realized that I had left my faucet running in the kitchen. I'd been filling up a water bottle off our water filter, which is right there on our kitchen sink, and I'd walked away and forgotten about it. Forgotten. Now, this wouldn't have been a big deal if I hadn't had the plug in the sink because I had apples soaking in a vinegar wash to wash the apples. So I knew that if that water kept running, that sink was going to fill up and overflow. Now, luckily, I have an amazing neighbor. I called him and said, "Are you home? Will you go turn my water off? He has a key." So it was great. Everything got taken care of. But, other than me turning around and going back, now I could have beat myself up about this. But you want to know what I did instead? I let it go and said, "Thank you, God, for letting me remember now." Because if I hadn't remembered right then, I would have walked in the house after I dropped the kids off to a flood in the kitchen. So I wasn't mad about forgetting. I could have been. I could have been very angry at myself. I'm like, "Oh, you're always rushing around. You're so forgetful. You're such a dingbat." I could have done that. But instead I said, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me remember this before it became a problem." There's always a way to spin it. So I want you to ignore when you make mistakes. We all forget things. We all make mistakes. We all have body parts we wish looked better. We're human. But I want you to let them go for a while, like a long while. Let's let them go. You've been focusing on all the things that are wrong for far too long. Give it a rest and try something new. Start tooting your own horn. When you remember something you were trying to recall to yourself, I want you to say, "Nice work, lady." If you do a good job at something, making dinner or a project at work or a craft you've been working on, I want you to say out loud, "Great job, girl. You are amazing." When you look in the mirror, find something you like and compliment yourself. Be like, "Man, girl, you've got some gorgeous eyes." Or, "Your booty's looking nice, mama." Give yourself a compliment, okay? It's time to let go of the thoughts that you are conceited or self-absorbed or boastful for giving yourself praise. I hear often women when they say, "Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at that." Stop! Yeah, you do want to toot your own horn. It is okay to say, "Hey, I'm really good at that. I can help." You don't have to preface it by negating the concept or making yourself smaller. If you're good at something, tell the world. So let go of those feelings and thoughts that you're conceited, self-absorbed, or boastful, or giving yourself praise, because they're not true. These are the ideas that have helped us be in this self-loathing state that we find ourselves in. No more. Toot that horn of yours, my friend. And if you want to boast on yourself and you need someone to listen, let me know. Send me a message and be like, "Here's why I'm awesome. Here's why I'm great. Listen to what I did today." And I will be right here cheering you on, okay? I will be giving you some virtual high fives. Okay, step number 3 in my first 5 steps to contagious self-love is titled The Rubber Band Project. So number 2 is a tough one, going from negative self-talk to positive self-talk. So I'm not going to lie, that one's a challenge. You might have been trash talking yourself for decades, so it could be a challenging habit to break, but not impossible. So if you feel that this will be a difficult challenge for you, then let's amp it up a little bit to help you get on that positive self-talk bandwagon with this called the Rubber Band Project. So have you ever heard of operant conditioning? If you took a psychology class in college or you've read some, psychology, you may have heard of B.F. Skinner. He's an American psychologist, and he was a fan of conditioning. Now, operant conditioning in psychology, this is a way to change behavior by applying a reward or a punishment following that behavior. So if you want to keep a behavior, you reward the subject when they do it. If you want to prevent a behavior, you punish after it's performed. If you want to learn more about this, you can Google B.F. Skinner, and there's so many great things and some good information on psychology and conditioning there. So negative self-talk is a behavior we are trying to prevent, and so we are going to do an operant conditioning experiment to help you condition yourself away from this habit. And here's how. You're going to get a rubber band or a ponytail holder, kind of like this one I've got on. Can you hear that? I'm snapping the band. So it's a ponytail holder. And you want to get one that will fit around your wrist. You don't want it to be so tight that it leaves a red mark on your wrist when you move it, but you don't want it so loose that when your arm dangles down, it'll just slide right off your wrist. You want it to be, pretty snug on your wrist. Now, here's the challenge. Every single time you think or say something negative about or to yourself, I want you to gently snap the band against your skin. And note that I said gently. You're not going to leave a mark. You're just going to snap it enough for your brain to think, hey, I didn't like that. And in time, each time your brain is about to trash talk yourself, it will associate that behavior with the band snap and not do it. This is conditioning. Now, if you want extra credit, which I know you all do, after each time you snap the band, when you've caught yourself saying anything bad about yourself, you're going to snap that band, and then you are going to say 3 good things about yourself. So this is where you can also apply number 1 of the fake it till you make it. So you're going to say good things even if you don't believe them yet. And even if you don't feel like you have 3 positive things to say, you're going to fake it and say them anyway. I am kind. I am a great friend. I am trustworthy. I am brave. I'm a survivor. I am honest. I have strong legs. I am very knowledgeable at my job, and I'm a good cook. You can find 3 things, and if you can't find 3 things, you take some of those and you steal them from my list, and you say them until there's something that you go, I kind of like this about myself. And it will happen. If you do this and you practice this, it will happen. Even if you think to yourself right now that it seems like 100 years away, I'm here to tell you that it's not as far away as you think. And you can train yourself out of these bad habits. We just have to commit to it and say that we can, and we will. So in this way, you're conditioning yourself out of an undesired behavior, the negative self-talk, and then replacing it with positivity and self-loving thoughts immediately following the undesired behavior. So it might sound a bit nutty, having a band around your wrist and snapping it when you catch yourself, but it's a very, very powerful tool, and it's really going to help you towards reaching your goals of self-love. Now, step number 4 in my 5 steps to contagious self-love is titled Rub You the Right Way. So now I'm thinking of the song by Johnny Gill, Rub You the Right Way. So if you don't know that song, you have to Google it so it's stuck in your head too, not just stuck in my head. But here's why I called it Rub You the Right Way. This challenge involves lotion. Don't be dirty. Stay with me here. I want you to get some great body lotion. I'm talking about the kind that is really healthy and not full of toxic crap. Get the kind that's like paraben-free, scent-free, dye-free, etc. And there's a great list of products like this that you can find on a site called Think Dirty, Shop Clean. And you can find other sites if you Google it, like, non-toxic lotions. You can find lots of great resources to get a really quality, healthy lotion for your skin. So now you've got the lotion. The challenge is, after every single bath and shower you take, you are going to get all nice and moisturized. You're going to rub lotion everywhere, but you're going to do a lot more than just rub lotion in your skin. As you rub lotion onto your legs, I want you to send them love. I want you to say, thank you, legs. I love you, legs. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for carrying me through my day. Thank you for being there. As you rub lotion on your feet, thank you, feet. Thank you, feet, for walking. As you rub lotion over your booty, thank you, booty, for being a great booty. As you rub lotion over your tummy, thank you, tummy. Thank you for being able to stretch and help me make these children. Thank you, tummy, for being my center. Thank you for being my core. Thank you for having such a cute belly button. Thank you, shoulders. Thank you, shoulders, for being strong. Thank you, arms, for being strong. Thank you, arms, for carrying the groceries in. Thank you, arms, for hugging the people I love. Thank you, hands, for giving me the ability to do things. Thank you, fingers, for allowing me to type and stay connected with friends. You're going to rub lotion over every part of your body, and as you do, you are going to say the most wonderful, kind thank you. Thank yous, multiple, plural there, thank yous to those body parts. So as you're rubbing lotion on every body part, You are not going to think about the things you wish you could change. You are going to ignore anything you don't like about your body. Things you want to change, forget about it. Instead, you are going to honor your body for all the things that it is and does and allows you to do. And you can do this out loud. You can do it privately inside your head. It's up to you. Be aware of any self-deprecating thoughts that might try to sneak in, and push them out and stay focused on the assignment. And now the final, step 5 in my 5 steps to starting your journey to contagious self-love. And this one is called the gift of grace. There's no timeline here, girl. You are not expected to achieve self-love by a certain date or in a set amount of time. It doesn't matter how long this takes you. What matters is that you do the work and keep trying to get there. There will be days when you crush these challenges in the 5 steps. You'll crush them. And there'll be days where you completely suck at them. This is normal. No one is perfect. We have lives. We have thoughts. We have moods. We have hormones. Life is a beautiful journey of a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride. You've got to give yourself grace. You need to be kind to yourself and allow yourself to be human. There is no rush on this journey that you're undertaking. The process is beautiful, so enjoy it. Savor every second of this, because it's the moments that you will remember. It's those times when for the first time you think, oh my gosh, I do love me. Or you say, oh, thank you, hands. Like, I had never really thought about how thankful I am that they're there. You know, like, oh man, my legs are strong. I'm so thankful for them. Those moments when there's a little shift, those are what is going to stay with you and stick with you for a lifetime. So enjoy them. These moments are what will transform you. They're the pieces that, when added together, will lead you to immense self-love. So enjoy them. This process will take as long as it takes, but not a day sooner. You can't rush it. You can't speed it up. You're transforming. You're healing. You're healing. Whatever's gone on inside of you, to you, around you, that caused you to be in this state, in this position of self-loathing and negative self-talk. There's reasons there. You're unpacking all that and you're healing. So it's not going to rush. It won't rush. It won't happen quickly for many of us. So enjoy the process. Loving yourself unconditionally is the most important step in any goal you might have. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get fit, if you want to improve your health, if you want a promotion at work, if you want to start your own business, if you want to get your degree, you must begin by loving yourself so much that you can easily make your goals and dreams a priority. Until you do, reaching your goals will be more difficult and sometimes even impossible. Remember this: self-loathing is just a bad habit, and habits can be undone and reprogrammed. Applying my 5 first steps to contagious self-love is a great way to get started. I'm here to support you 1,000%. I wish you could, and maybe you can. I don't know if you can feel how strongly I want you to love yourself. So I'm here to support you if you need to chat, if you need to talk. I've actually created a private Facebook group just for people who want to talk to me about health stuff. So it's a group on Facebook. You can message me. I'll add you to it. There's links everywhere. I've got a link on the actual blog post for this topic, and it just says Facebook group, where people can ask me questions about fitness, nutrition, health coaching, and it's all done in a group so everyone can see your question and everyone sees my answers. So everyone's getting the benefit of this back and forth, and it's completely free. It's a community where I'm there to provide support and love and kindness and coaching and advice on all things health and wellness and body image and confidence, etc., etc. So join me there. But you can also send messages. You can connect on any social media channel. You can send me an email. All these things online. If you need to connect with me, please do so. If there's any way I can help you level up, if there's any way I can help support you in this journey to self-love, I would love to. I would be honored to help you if you ask. Just gotta ask. You just gotta reach out and say, hey girl, give me a boost here today, and I will be there for you, okay? So share this episode with women in your life. Let's tell everyone we know about this, and let's start this like self-love revolution where there's just women walking around complimenting each other, complimenting themselves. You know, like, did you see me today? I look hot. And someone else says, yeah, you do. Did you see me? Because I'm looking hot too. Let's get that kind of vibe going on. Okay? Instead of having to, oh, well, you know, I don't want to brag, but I'm kind of liking my hair today. No, brag. You'd be like, hey, I'm going to brag right now. Sit down while I tell you all the reasons I'm awesome. Let's have that kind of community around us. Let's support other women through going through that. If someone wants to brag on themselves, say, yes, girl. Sign up for it. Be there for that, okay? And share this with a friend. Maybe you have a friend who wants to go on this journey with you and go through the 5 first steps to contagious self-love, because what's great about that, when you have a friend for accountability and someone by your side, it's going to help you tremendously. You can level up faster and you can hold each other accountable and you can support each other through this. So it's a very good idea if you're really interested in working through these 5 steps. It's a great idea to have a friend by your side, so don't be afraid to share this. And if you have thoughts, comments, questions, pop a comment, let me know your thoughts and ideas, or, you know, if you have any ideas for a blog post or an episode on the podcast or YouTube channel. If you're like, Gemma, I really wish you would talk about this, let me know, and I'll do the best to accommodate and get that content to you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for listening or watching, whether you're listening on the podcast right now or watching on the YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're reading the blog post along with this or you've already read it, thank you again. Thank you for your support. I do this for you, so give me the feedback so I don't feel like I'm just talking to my laptop, but I actually know I'm connecting with you. So send me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Have a fantastic, wonderful, and blessed day. And don't forget, I love you.